Millions of years ago, long before humans walked the earth, the planet was home to creatures both strange and magnificent. Among these ancient animals was a remarkable and unexpected species, a giant prehistoric rabbit. Unlike the small, fluffy rabbits that hop through fields today, this colossal version was slow, heavy, and far less graceful. Yet it thrived in its own unique world, perfectly adapted to its environment. Known to scientists as Nuralagus rex, or the king of rabbits, this fascinating creature lived on the island of Minorca about 5 million years ago, during a time when evolution took surprising turns in isolated places. The island setting of Nuralagus rex played a huge role in shaping what it became. On Minorca, there were no major predators, no fierce hunters to chase or threaten it. In this peaceful isolation, the rabbit didn't need to stay small and fast like its modern relatives. Instead, it grew larger, heavier, and stronger over thousands of years. This phenomenon, known as island gigantism, is one of nature's most interesting evolutionary patterns. When animals are isolated on islands with little competition, they often grow to enormous sizes. The same thing happened to Nuralagus rex. It eventually reached over half a meter tall and could weigh more than 25 pounds, an enormous size for a rabbit. Its body was very different from what we imagine when we think of rabbits today. It had short, sturdy legs that made it slow and clumsy compared to the quick, hopping rabbits of the modern world. Its spine was stiff, meaning it couldn't leap or bound the way normal rabbits do. Instead, it waddled slowly across the landscape, moving more like a small boar than a bunny. Its skull was thicker, and its jaw was powerful, built to chew tough, dry vegetation. Minorca's environment was full of hard plants, and this giant rabbit became an expert at grinding down fibrous grasses and shrubs that few other animals could eat. Its size also helped it survive the changing climate of prehistoric times. As temperatures shifted and dry seasons grew longer, larger animals had an advantage because they could store more fat and retain heat better. This made Nuralagus rex well suited to the island's fluctuating conditions. However, being large also meant it lost some of the agility that smaller rabbits rely on. But since there were no predators, it didn't need to be quick or cautious. It lived a calm and peaceful life, feeding during the day and resting in the shade of ancient shrubs and low trees. For thousands of years, this giant rabbit ruled its island without fear. But nature's balance is never permanent. Over time, changes in sea levels and the arrival of new species disrupted this peaceful world. As new animals reached Minorca, possibly including predators or competitors, Nuralagus rex found itself unprepared. Its slow movement and lack of defense made it vulnerable. Climate changes may also have reduced its food sources, making survival even harder. Eventually, this once thriving species disappeared completely, leaving behind only bones and fossils to tell its story. What scientists have discovered about Nuralagus rex has given us an incredible glimpse into evolution's creativity. It shows how life can adapt in surprising ways when isolated from outside forces. Instead of becoming faster or stronger to escape danger, this rabbit evolved to become larger and slower, the exact opposite of what we might expect. Evolution shaped it to perfectly fit its peaceful island home, showing that every environment creates its own kind of survivor. Today, fossils of this ancient rabbit help scientists understand how isolation affects evolution and how life changes when ecosystems shift. Each bone, tooth, and fragment tells a story of adaptation, survival, and loss. The giant rabbit reminds us that nature's power lies in diversity, that even familiar animals can take on extraordinary forms when circumstances allow. Millions of years ago, when this giant rabbit appeared, it became one of the most unusual animals in prehistoric history. It lived a quiet life in a world untouched by humans, thriving in balance with its environment until change eventually took its place. Its story is a timeless example of nature's constant cycle, how species rise, adapt, and eventually disappear, leaving behind only traces of their existence. The giant rabbit may be gone, but its legacy continues to teach us about the strength, beauty, and unpredictability of life on Earth.